Okay, hopefully this is gonna work right. Yep, it seems to be working. So this is Glycine City. It's a infantry map, and there's a whole bunch of different things that you have to do on this map. One, it is a flag capture map, so therefore you have to capture flags in order to do good. These are resource points. You can also get, you can change your class and you can get ammo and stuff like that from them. It's pretty good. If you know how to use them, they're very powerful. And this is just going to be a general tutorial on how to do things. Thomas, just go cap the stuff. I'm capturing the resources. And hopefully this is going to be beneficial for all you newbies that don't know really what you're doing. I have a whole lot of experience overall playing the game. I've just played it a lot in my free time over the course of many years. And I know a lot of tips and tricks and kind of things that mostly the vets only know. Vets meaning veterans. Because there is a big skill problem in between the noobs and the decent vets. Like one decent vet might be able to like flatten 3 people in light tanks because they just one of them runs over mines, the other hits another mine, you hit it once, then the other you're just rocketing. And you can do a lot of things being a grenadier to just stop the enemy team from moving forward. Same with riflemen. Right now I'm a rifleman because infantry map, gonna shoot people, hopefully. Should probably grab sticky bombs. As you can see, you need 2 people, so I don't think there's anyone over here. You do move slower when you're aiming, but you continue to aim while you're running.
Want to cap mid?
Yeah, I do. Hold on, I'm just capturing this resource over here. And this is a very low population game right now. Like, there's 7 people in the game. And I'm 100% certain the enemy team has no clue what they're doing. We're probably going to win fairly soon if they don't do anything.
You have been promoted.
I think they have a level 3 turret. They do. Level 2. And always try to space out your bullets kind of thing. That way you stay the most accurate. You can see the bullets are following the tracer around to clear the closest shot. But if I hold it down, of course, it's going to spray all over the place and you're going to miss most of your bullets. Oh, I didn't even know there was a bleeder flag in this game. Do not aim like that. See? That's how you not kill people. But I did hurt him a lot. But he's not doing anything. Come on, kill me! What the heck? I unleashed clips into you, and I missed everything. Man, I'm just bad at this game. But yeah. You make sure you capture those resource flags, because as you can see in the top right corner of the screen, that's our total team resources. and that's really critical for you to buy tanks, stuff like that. In commander maps, you're gonna have to build refineries in order to get that resource. I think I captured it. We have like 99% of all the resource rates. Yeah, and they built these cool walls for us to stand behind and stuff like that.
Promoted.
I should probably teach you guys how to build vehicles. But, okay, so if you hit the V key and you're inside the vehicle factory, you don't have to go to the screen in order to open up the menu. You can customize. What the? Why? Is this a joke? I didn't know that they had that research for some reason. But you can change out the normal plane armor. You can change the different plates. Here's the engine. Sometimes you'll have a whole bunch of different engines here. Then you have a tank. And if you're in the vehicle factory, click next, click build. And then it builds you, and it spawns you inside your vehicle. This was terrible of us. We destroyed the shit out of them. Thomas, this is your fault. You stacked after me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Thomas FN here, he's a pretty good guy. He's
You're
pretty good at the
victorious.
game. Right now he's a grenadier. I believe he took out the VF. And all of the maps that he suggested are huge. So I'm gonna vote for Canyon. Just like the Americans voted for Trump. Hillary Clinton didn't get elected. That's good. Oh yeah, I voted Canyon and we got Canyon. Man, I feel like right now I'm very harmonious with the world. So this is now a commander map. Click auto assign here. So on commander maps, you're going to have multiple different things you're going to want to be. Depending on what your team needs, you should either go a grenadier with the ammo upgrade. Your kit should look like this. You got a buckshot pistol, then you got your ammo increase. So that means you don't have to ask your engineers for ammo as much. And then, if you're not going to be a grenadier, which is the offensive part, you can be an engineer. An engineer, depending on what pistol you want, I like to go with this, the heavy carbine, the buckshot pistol. Heavy carbine, you don't attack very fast, but pretty good clip. And shotgun's pretty good. Ranged SMG's pretty good. And with the upgrades, there are a lot of upgrades that you can do with engineer. got your turret upgrade. If you have friends and they have repair upgrade and you get turret upgrade, it's pretty good. Revive. Revive, if you want to be a combat engineer, pick Revive. You'll have a fun time because your buddies will run forward, they'll die, and then you run up, you revive them, and then when you die, they revive you, and then you got this giant perpetual cycle of revives. And then you got a repair upgrade. This upgrade makes you useful to your commander. And I'm the only person on my team, so what's going to happen at the very beginning of the game is I am most likely going to rush to A2, build some turrets, go over to A1, build a refinery, go over to A3. Yeah, look how many resources I'm getting. I'm getting nothing. No, I think building turrets would be detrimental. What I need right now is a radar immediately. Then I gotta rush level 3 turrets because this is a 1 versus 3 situation. I can't be everywhere at once. Turrets gotta do that work for me. I am playing against a bunch of noobs, so possibly I could win. This might be good. So I got 30 more seconds of disabled comm vehicle. This is because before there used to be comm rushes, stuff like that. They're very, very effective stuff. They balance the shit out of that. And from here you can do multiple things. You can build buildings, you can give targets. Okay, so I decided to change up my plans. I'm going to rush over to C5, then I'm going to rush down over to C4. I'm going to build those refineries. So usually you would have people, to go do that as the commander. And you place buildings for them, and you're really supposed to be there to make sure that your team has everything they always need at every moment of the time. So if you're really good at real-time strategy, you're going to really enjoy being the comm vehicle. So it all really depends, though, how good you are. Because if you're a bad commander, people aren't going to really like it. Like, you're not going to do certain things like vets would do. Targets, very essential. If you're really good at giving out targets, teams tend to like you. And when teams like you, you get stuff done because they do stuff for you. Most of the time, if you ask somebody to do something in this game, they'll do it the first time you ask. If you give them a move order or like a target to do. So if you ever want to like make people do things in this game, you got to make sure that your communication skills are up to par to being able to do something. Because if other people are going to do what you want them to do, then you got to give them some of the benefit of the doubt and make sure that they get their information as well. Because if you say, go kill this guy, and they have no idea what you're talking about, they don't know who they're talking about, they don't know who's being talked to, there's usually 20 or 30 people on a team. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people to talk to and get them to do certain things in particular, specific things. So, other than that, there is 2 people on my team now. Yes. So, Thomas is just watching me probably just decking the enemy team right now with things I'm doing. Right now I have 3 score. That's usually the commander will have a lot of points because they do a lot of the building themselves. Oh man, the enemy team doesn't know what they're doing either. I may actually win. I say that like it's funny, but it's not. But yeah, this video is for just like these people on the enemy team here who don't know what they're doing. And this is about to show you the potential of one person in this game versus like other games. Like you really need map awareness. You really need a lot of thinking skills in order to do certain things. Like sometimes you need to premeditate what the enemy is going to do. So you need to be actively thinking about what are they actually doing at this very moment in time. Like what are they researching? Where are they focusing most of their team at? Is there a penetration point here that we can like pry open and then force our way in, kind of thing?
The commander is under attack.
Yeah, so yeah, he hit me with bullets, and Leon, can you build some buildings for me?
Guard this
Can you
unit.
build that armory for me, please? Yeah, so there's a dude here.
Commander is under
Because I'm in a
attack.
vehicle, I can run him over if I do this right. Yeah. Got pushed by him. Okay, so I'm still not 100% about what they're doing. He built a level 2 turret. Let's see where that dude went. There you are.
The commander is under attack.
Yeah, so this is basically what you do as a comm. That would be called boom tanking. If that was potentially a scout, I would have been in big trouble. So this is what can happen to you. Look what I just did to this guy. I just walled him in. If my team was here, they'd be killing you. So hopefully he's an engineer and he can get himself out of that spot, because I'm not going to recycle this. He's got to do something about that. It's his fault. See, and now their comm is dead. This is an even worse situation for them. What they've done here is
Our refineries
they've lost the game for them, and it's kind of unfortunate for them because they didn't know what they were doing. So for research, there's 6 trees: physics, chemistry, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, biology, and nothing. If you research nothing, you lose. So first, biology has some really good damage over time. Physics, very good mid-late game impact. Very good engine, fairly good armor. The biology engine is good. The armor, not so much in my opinion. It doesn't have a lot of health. Chemistry, the cheapest armor and the lowest health. Yeah, I think. And I think it has the most aggressive set of weapons. Chemistry has a missile launcher, a machine gun, and a cannon. Most of the trees have a machine gun and a cannon, except for mechanical engineering. And all of the trees also have an armor, and they also have an engine. So I'm just going to go in here and research electrical engineering. Electrical engineering is a pretty cool little piece of research here. So there's another key, important, critical part of being a comm, and that is placing your buildings in a good location. So look right here. If I place this like this, nobody's going to be able to get into the vehicle factory. But if I go like that, or if I go like this, my team is open to the enemy team to get them. If I go like that, if the team goes out the right side, then they wouldn't do it. So my team did win, so I don't know. It's because the enemy team doesn't know what they're doing. That's what videos like this are for. Make sure you don't lose a comm. Very, very critical. Do not follow Hillary Clinton's path. Do not be negligent. You gotta work very hard.
Research is now complete.
Oh, research is done. So hopefully I can open this up. So electrical engineering has reactive armor, very good, very heavy, expensive armor. Advanced magnet research, got your engine and you got a railgun for your tier heavy tanks. There are multiple types of weapons, so I'm going to go over the weapons right now. There's tier 1 weapons, they take up 1 slot. Tier 2 weapons, they take up 2. Tier 3, take up 3 slots, of course. And only APCs can fit a level 2 machine gun and grenade launchers. A Jeep, obviously just plain Jeep, drives around everywhere. There's an AP, a light tank. The light tank is very versatile, and the light tank has a single slot, tier 1, of a cannon, a missile launcher, and a machine gun. And that means that it doesn't get the upgraded machine guns, none of them. It doesn't get upgraded cannons, none of them. It doesn't get upgraded missile launchers. But it does upgrade the armor and does upgrade the engine. So always make sure you get your engine and your armor first in all research situations. You always get the armor first because the armor is one of the first unique things in the tree. So usually, for example, in electrical engineering, there was reactive armor available, there was magnet research, there was turret research, there was guided missile launcher research, and all of these different types of research. It's either a one-type research or it's you research this and then you research another thing. And I think the only way I could explain that is they're nested. And having them nested is very important. Okay, so got 400 resources at the beginning of this one, just like the other one. Some games you start with 600, and you can just drop your radar right away. Okay, Lobster Man. So right now I'm making a tutorial video, and I'm gonna get you to help me. So if you could listen to what I'm doing, it'll be a great example for everybody else.
Affirmative.
So I'm gonna get you to go over to C8 or 6.
Move to this location. Move to this location.
So I told him where to go, and I gave him like a direction. Most people will just ignore the direction you give them or the target that you give them if you don't talk to them. You gotta ask them to do things. It's very important. I'm reiterating this fact like a lot because it's highly essential. So I'm gonna drop him a barracks. Right on an angle like that. And I'll explain why in a little bit. So it was about the protection of infantry when they come running out of the barracks. The protection of infantry when they come running out of the barracks is a very important thing to do, because if I am the enemy commander and I set up, let's say, 2 level 2 turrets outside your base because I had that researched, then some of your people will just die instantly as they're coming out of the barracks, because they have no protection against the turrets and their fairly annoying range and damage. So we're going to go ahead here and complete the capture of the entire map, and then I'm going to lock them in with some turrets, and I'm going to explain to you guys the trees, hopefully, while doing completely nothing, while the enemy team kind of learns what they're doing. So as you can see, Lobster finished what he did, and he's just continuing on. And that's really good, because most people, when they're done doing whatever you just told them to do, they're going to go do whatever they want.
Move to this
So I'm going to get him to
location.
move over here. I'm not going to tell him what to do, but he said roger that, because he confirmed what I wanted him to do. And I'm going to drive back this way. So the vehicle factory is going to go like this. And the radar is going to get put right there. Hidden behind the vehicle factory. I'm going to get Lobster over there to build some turrets in a second. But first, you always start the research before you do anything else. Your research is more important than that person getting a building right away. I'm going to move out of the way here. All I did was I aborted his move command, and I informed him that there was a better building to build. People pick up on that normal stuff. So, like, really think of people as highly intelligent. Don't always think of them as just like
Building constructed.
things you can command around. They will actively solve problems that you will not have that you will have an issue with at the very moment in time. You'll be thinking something,
Research
and
is now
you'll be
complete.
hoping the team is doing that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get level 2 turrets because I'm an asshole.
Building constructed.
So I built him an armory over here for a reason. It provides protection, ammo for people
Building
you
constructed.
want to kind of help out, and I think that's water. Yeah, it's water.
Building constructed.
So now I'm going to show you how to place that VF. So this is a very good example of what I'm doing here. So you got to be pretty close to it, and I knew about this gap right here. I'm just going to put a wall right there. So this is what it looks like from down here. So reason for the wall, stops most vehicles from driving in. Just crushing your team trying to get into the VF, very important. Don't want to let all your team die. So in most cases, you want this part that I'm looking at right now to be attached to this part, like physically. Because this isn't the border. This line here is the border of the entire vehicle factory. This is like, it can go over cliffs and shit. So remember that when you're placing it, because that's not what you need to be focusing on. So I also ignored the common rule of thumb, which was get your armor and engine first. Because there's a lack of people on the team, I'm obligated to get turrets, because I think they're more effective, because then at least something is there to stop people from doing stuff instead of nothing. In very low population servers, turrets are great. Lobster, hit delete, and then just spawn over at the VF here. So what I did was I got him to commit suicide, which allows you to, which makes you lose a ticket. You do lose a ticket because you're gonna have to spawn. Every time you spawn, you use 1 ticket. Yeah, Lobster, go get a vehicle, and then I'll give you some stuff over in D2. So the game's been going on for 8 minutes, and I only have 10 score. That's not really good. Huh? Why? What? Why ban Leon? Did he do something? Oh, he can't even hear me. Shit. Why? What did Leon do? So it takes 38 energy points in order to build the turret with a repair upgrade. Otherwise it takes 75.
We have lost a building. Research is now complete. Our defensive turret is under attack.
It's probably a person.
Requesting air support.
Building constructed. Building constructed. Our defensive turret is under attack. Our defensive turret is under attack. Building constructed.
So make sure to space out your turrets too. You don't want one person to come in here with a grenadier and mortar all your turrets to death. So 3 mortars is equal to a turret to die. And if that happens, then let's say you had 2 or 3 turrets clumped together really close, then you just gave them less time at shooting at turrets, but more time at killing turrets, if you get what I mean.
Our refinery's taking damage. Building construct. Research is now complete. Our defensive turrets is under attack. Building constructed. Building constructed.
Currently, I'm just making it very, very, very difficult for people to move forward. Yeah, lobster. If you want, well, actually, I'll drop you turrets.
Affirmative.
Building constructed.
We're gonna build a wall. Gonna make empires great again.
Research is now building constructed. The commander's under attack. It's building construct. Building constructed.
So that's what a attack target is. So here's the here's the motor for my team. So now we're
Building constructed.
oh, slowly watching enemy team people just leave the game. You know, it's usually what happens when people aren't having fun because they have no idea what they're doing.
Building constructed. You have been promoted.
Oh, the enemy comm vehicle here.
Research is now complete.
He got out. Gave up. That's Leon probably. This is actual evidence of griefing right here. So he just gave up. This is it's because we control most of the map. It's not fair. And people don't like not fair games. And it's not fun. That's why I'm making videos like this in order to educate and in order to get people to know what to do so that when they get into that position of power that they can have a lot of fun at one of the hardest positions in the game.
You're victorious.
So I'm gonna end the video here. We didn't really do a whole lot onto research, but that's okay, as you guys are gonna have to look through the trees yourself and you're gonna have to read everything. And that's just gonna take probably one game where you solo, you get enough resources, you just prop down a radar
Research is
and you
now
just
complete.
research them all. You see how long the researches are. You kind of figure out what you want to do before you go into a game with people. Because if you're going in there and you're researching things like nuclear weapons when you don't even have like mechanical engineering or tier 2 tanks, or well, tanks, and that's what frustrates people. It makes people leave. And I hope this was educational for people. Thanks. And make empires great again. Drink maple syrup.